we're maintaining our run of me being moderate at this game. There will be no grinding. There'll be no extra maps. We're just going straight line to the end with no problems at all, ignoring the fact that we've lost Franz and we lost one of the two flyy women. The Kerpelin Range. According to Ewan, a little-known passage to Gehenna lies there. Hidden within its cracked red bedrock and knife-edged peaks. To avoid Carsino and combat, Erica's troops take the mountain path. They begin climbing higher and higher toward Kerpelin. Unbeknownst to the group, hordes of dark creatures now roam the peaks. So it is like Wales then.
Pretty much, yeah.
Not seeing any difference.
What's there? Come on, my teacher lives just up ahead. Stay down! Ewan, stick together!
This fog's getting thick. I don't expect any more surprise attacks, but that doesn't mean we...
Where are you, mister? You're gonna get left behind!
Don't speak to me, boy. I don't tolerate insolence.
He's only a child. There's no reason to be rude. He's helping us after all. That's right. Without me, you'd never get anywhere.
Stop. Don't take another step.
It makes it awfully hard to get where we need to go.
What do you know about that fort? It looks like it's been abandoned for some time. Is anyone using it?
No, it's already run down. Nobody ever goes there. Been empty for ages. I've been inside, so I know.
Is that right? Then what's that sound and where is it coming from?
Huh? What sound? Yeah, you're right. I do hear a weird noise. You could hear that? Neat.
Neat.
You got some really good hearing. I wonder what it is. It's again! Prince! Is this?
Erica,
Yeah?
get your troops ready. Tell them to prepare for battle. We've been spotted. Monsters are coming.
One eternity later.
Do we?
Do we?
Do
We can
we?
trade.
I thought Erica was carrying a pizza then.
Pizza. Pizza time. Yeah. So, if we trade a nice dress for maybe this iron sword, that's true. Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So there you go, because he's in here. We can see all the monsters.
Yeah, that actually is a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah. So there's a monster down here. Arthur with his new swooshy cape action.
Oh wow.
So we've got
Is it worth sending some guys around the left and then you can get to La Rochelle quickly?
Yeah. I was unsure whether to go to the left or go through the house. I'm unsure which.
It's as broad as long, really, isn't it? You might be best off
going to the right.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yep, he's being happy and jumping.
I'm
up
just
and down.
working out who. Oh,
it's quite a tight space, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Well, we can send the slow boy around. Right. If we.
Are you rearing horses?
Yeah. Are you? So am I seeing this correctly? You're going to send the horses inside and keep the people not on horses outside.
I'm going to
Just
split them
intended,
in. I'm
right?
going to I'm going to split 2 horses to the left, or some horses to the right.
Oh, okay.
Assemble!
Horse Avengers assemble!
Yeah.
I'm going to move. I'm going to move Colm over here. That was a terrible idea.
Horse Avengers. Horse Avengers.
Horse Avengers.
Why just put
Horse Avengers.
Just put.
Assemble.
Shut up.
Apparently, none of these monsters can pass this tree. This tree.
It's a haunted tree.
This one magic tree will keep them all at bay.
Yep. It's a haunted tree. Scooby-Doo peed there once.
Yeah. Keeps all the monsters away.
Yep.
Go to Scooby-Doo's thing.
Right. Hopefully, we have kind of... Hang on, is this Seth? If I put Seth here, is it going to make the archer skeleton come to the edge to shoot at the wall? Oh, I'm loving some of the sound effects for the skeletons when they run in.
Yeah, it's just like tap, 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 tap.
By the way, how do you feel about Dosler when he's...
Dosler is ripped when... And also you can't see his face.
Yeah. Casual axe throw.
Yeah.
Yep, just a normal day.
So the skeleton moving reminds me of like... Have you ever had that dreadful feeling like... It happened when I was living at my mum and dad's. When like you would be tired... So you'd be stuck in bed, but then you could hear something out the corner of your eyes, corner of your vision.
Yeah.
And it was just a tap 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 of a spider on your bed.
I never had that issue.
Never had a spider on my bed before.
The one I always remember was listening to Hey Hoost. How would I describe the situation? You know when you're trying to think of the best way of how would I describe this situation? Is at the house that I grew up when I was teeny tiny. There was a very intriguing
We called a spider today. Bad luck.
like roof, like it was a very old, like sort of 1950s roof build, so it was like very shallow to the house. And the amount of times like the birds coming nearby to the house, and you just hear them like tapping across the slates in the house.
Yeah.
And that when you were about the age of 4 could be either really interesting or
scary
or very terrifying.
Yeah.
As a small boy, actually that does pretty well against this guy. How well does she do with just a regular sword?
I was going to say, are these guys armored?
No, I think it's just a better weapon.
And she's much faster than they are.
Yeah. So fast.
Nice.
On guard.
She's like Sonic.
Yeah, gotta go faster.
Because she has blue hair. It's perfect. She's
exactly.
She's
Yep.
definitely Sonic.
So
She is Sonic.
mentioning Sonic.
I don't want to play this game anymore, Gareth.
Because we've now discovered that Erica is nothing but a proxy for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Why? Why don't you have anymore?
Well, in goes Kyle, newly promoted Stabby Kyle.
Think.
Sir, you left this sword scratch.
I've just had that painted, you cur.
This is new armor. Right. How much?
How are you doing, Hoost, by
Hoost?
the way? How's it going?
I was right. There
Say
was
now.
another skeleton.
Type, damn it!
Type as you
Fast as you
like
can.
You've never typed before.
I imagine Hoost may also be at work.
I don't care. You have to type now.
Type.
Do it now. Is this
Yeah.
gonna be better?
It's interesting, by the way, that Garrick defaults to holding a bow.
Yes, because he's a
when he doesn't
ranger.
actually have any bows equipped.
He's a danger ranger, and he needs everyone to know. So, have you seen anything about the new Sonic game, by the way?
I've seen
that sucks.
some of it. Like, it doesn't look very good. It's not interesting to me at all. It just seems a lot like a very poor man's Breath of the Wild,
Yeah.
with a lot less thought into the enemies. I mean, they're basically just geometric shapes that float around.
With a lot
It's
less
just-
wild.
Yeah, it's very odd. I don't really see where they got their ideas from for it. I mean, they seem more organic than any of Dr. Robotnik's like monsters, not
Usually do.
machines normally are. So it's just some very odd choices, and it feels like none of his actions have any weight to them. I'm not keen on any of the choices they've made,
Yeah.
honestly. But then again, like, I mean, they were talking about it on some of the podcasts that I listened to, and it's just, I can agree with a lot of the things they talk about, where, like, it doesn't... What do you do with a Sonic the Hedgehog game in 3D? Because nobody's figured it out. There have been so many attempts, and
Yeah.
nobody has figured it out. There was actually, there was a weird indie game that somebody's making, where, I can't remember what it's called, but basically
Sonic
you're
Good.
playing a character that is running over terrain, and they've created this like game engine where you cross this terrain incredibly fast, and it's got like sort of almost a fish lens sort of viewpoint on it,
Right.
where like you obviously, you know, as things go past you, you're seeing them in a like a stretched view.
Yeah. Which then will increase the idea of speed.
Exactly, it works really well. And I was watching this, like, it was like a video on Twitter or something.
Do you ever sometimes watch indie games like that and you're like, why does no one in Sega go, should get that
Well, that's
guy?
what I was thinking. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, this would make a possibly really good Sonic game.
A
And I
better
bet that's
Sonic
what
game.
they thought. I bet that's what they were thinking. Like, nobody's ever done what this Sonic game needs to be, which is
Yeah.
fast and give you a good sense of speed. When maybe we could do that, and they've definitely done that. It looks great.
This might sound a really weird point to make. Have you ever played like
Have
a
I ever
video
played
game?
video games?
No.
No.
Like
Never.
Oscar was watching a video, and I don't know who did it, and it was on about like why video games don't ever really feel fast because of like how processing works and all that fun stuff.
I wouldn't say that they don't feel. It depends on the video game. If you're playing like a racing game, they can feel fast.
Yeah, but I always find there's certain games, and I remember like when Oscar was super into playing Minecraft, that I'd actually feel almost like motion sick when you reach like the terminal velocity speed if you jump off something.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how like I'm there like nauseous, and Oscar's like, yeah, this is fine, like everything's fine.
Because your brain
It is
works
fine.
differently than his.
Yeah,
It is fine. It's actually fine for me when I play.
yeah,
Oh, that's it. I mean, Gareth, have you ever done any VR stuff?
no,
I mean, I have tried it, and I can't really do it. I don't feel comfortable doing it.
yeah,
I would imagine you might perhaps be the same way.
yeah,
If you feel like uncomfortable with that, if you feel like it's a bit swimmy,
yeah.
then that's kind of how VR is. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I always found it weird, but I part of me wonders a little bit is my mum used to suffer vertigo, which is a displacement in the ears, nothing to do with heights, and I was like, I wonder if this is going to be my future.
I mean, that sounds similar, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's go to the supply. Take. So yeah, there was.
Can you go check on your toast, please?
Toast.
Yeah.
I need to buy more vulneraries.
Cool.
Please, I should have sent Arthur around as well. Right, so that's the A team.
I feel like your left-hand team is... You've given it not a lot to do.
Yeah,
But hey, that's how that goes sometimes, isn't it?
sometimes it seems. I did remember to give him a staff so he can do something. He's got a job. We can see the new sprites in action, doing new exciting things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was listening possibly to the same podcasts that you were about
Probably.
some of the games. I'm gonna say something that might sound weird. Giant Bomb without Jeff is weird,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm unsure how I feel about it. Like, I've listened to
I'm...
2 episodes.
So, So, it's different, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
But I do like some of the pieces that make up the new Giant Bomb. I like Tamar Hussein, and I definitely like Dan Reichert.
yeah,
And those two, like, I'm coming around on Jeff Grubb. I never watched any of his Grubb Snack stuff.
yeah.
But he seems like he knows what he's talking about.
Isn't he not like
so
used to be a lawyer or something, or is a lawyer
I,
as well
if
as?
he is, that's news to me. I don't know. But I'm getting used to hearing them.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing I don't like is the fact that they sort of didn't mention how Jeff left, which makes me wonder if they left on unhappy circumstances.
The one that got me is at the end of Jeff's first podcast is when he's like, "These people used to be my co-workers. They're not my co-workers anymore," and that's weird.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it was more the guys in corporate than the guys in the Bombcast.
Well, I'm wondering that because as soon as he left, they brought like, was it 3 people back? So I'm wondering if maybe his wages were really inflated.
Yeah. I mean,
Since he's left, they actually have the wages to cover 3 different people.
is that necessarily the case? Is it not also potentially the fact like he might still have had like a lot of the control in his position?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I'm just guessing here.
I'm spitballing as well. Like,
I don't know how corporate stuff works, especially not in America. What's Shumagorath doing here?
I don't know. Is he actually? You've watched the Doctor Strange
No.
stuff?
They make no reference to what the character is actually called.
Because he's not.
What?
Look
I
at the
mean,
top
he's literally
right.
Shumagorath, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's the guy from the Marvel games that I know.
Yeah.
And I watched that movie. They didn't name the character. He was just somebody that was. He was just a character that was being controlled by Wanda.
Right.
And the weird thing is though that like I went to go into Manchester this weekend, and we went to the Lego store, and they actually had that set in the store. And
Okay.
It doesn't call itself.
Shumagorath.
It doesn't call them that. It calls it Gigantus or something like that.
Yeah, it does have a
It's a
name.
completely different name, which seems weird to me. I mean, for all I know, like the name could be like they could have lost the
rights.
license to the name or something. It was like, I mean, it's kind of a weird name. I wonder if it was named after something else that was copyright.
Shuma is. So it's a little bit like the X-Men. The rights for Shumagorath, the name Shumagorath is not owned by Marvel because he's something to do with. Oh, is it Garth, the comic? Do you know that it's like an old 80s comic?
No idea.
Garth, and it was one of these characters where they'd put him on all sorts of like he'd be a spy sometimes, or he'd be like in space. Like he sort of.
Is it like the old Action Comics?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Right.
Like he was sent wherever was relevant for his plot line.
Yeah.
And like he even had like a Conan the Barbarian style storyline and stuff.
So he'd learn new things. He would go to Ninja Town and learn how to be a nin-nin.
He used to be like serialized in the newspaper my dad got, so that's why I know of his existence. I don't like it when the monsters just disappear into the fog. Don't blink. Missed.
You would hate XCOM, by the way, Gareth.
Why? Oh, what?
That game is just full of that. The fog of war just absolutely screws you over in that game. You can be like you can be like inching forwards, trying to be as careful as possible, and you'll be like, oh, I've gotten really far into this map. There's not much left to actually explore.
Yeah.
And you'll go around a car, and suddenly you'll have like vision of one guy, which will open up everybody else, and then you'll end up surrounded somehow.
When you say you've got vision of one guy, does it cut to that player's point of view, and that one guy is like gun pointing straight in your face, and you're like, oh no, as he pulls the trigger?
It can be like that sometimes, because what happens is, as soon as you see an enemy, a different phase of combat starts. So, once that happens, like the enemies are aware of your presence, and then they'll enter combat with you, regardless of where they are and what their positioning on the map is. So the game can really screw you over sometimes. It's very frustrating sometimes. I really enjoyed the XCOM games, don't get me wrong, but there are certain aspects of it that are really frustrating.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Is there any way I can save you today? I think we're okay.
Yeah, we're doing alright, I think. I gotta say, by the way, when I went to the Lego store, seeing Optimus Prime in Lego form was very tempting. If I had £150, I would think about getting
Tempt fate.
Yeah. I mean, the idea would probably be something along the lines of, install like a voice box in him, so you can to go, Autobots transform and roll out, and all that.
I know that, guys.
A couple of months ago, I don't know if I definitely know I spoke to my cousin about this. I don't know if I mentioned it to you. I came across a community on Instagram of people who make Transformers toys independently from Hasbro.
I bet Hasbro loves that.
There are some really cool stuff. People making almost life-size Metroplexes.
Oh. If it was life-size, it'd have to be 40 foot high.
Well, no, you know what I mean. Better scale size is what I.
Okay.
Yeah, meant. But you can get them where they are ridiculously huge.
Yeah.
And there's also Crayola Optimus Prime, which apparently is an official product from Japan. So he's the base set of Crayola crayons, like the 8-pack or something, whatever the basic set of crayons is, and he's all those colours like yellow, blue, red, green, and stuff.
Okay.
But the stuff that got me was the people who didn't just make third-party products. There was people.
You're gonna describe. You're killing Blanca, by the way.
I killed him earlier too.
Yeah. Why are they called Optimus Prime Crayola then?
Because
is it just because you get those colours?
It's the Optimus Prime figure in those colours, based off the base set of Crayola.
So do you get an actual figure then?
It is an actual figure, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was a bit confused as to how that was working.
Yeah. But the one that I was intrigued about was the people who make third-party original, or third-party creators who make original Transformers. They'll make OCs and stuff for people, 3D print them and everything. And there's some really cool, well, I say cool stuff. I may be biased in that opinion, but someone basically created, I think it was called Hellhound or something, and he was a 3-headed Cerberus Autobot, and they'd worked it out so 2 of the heads broke down into being arms with the almost Voltron lion gauntlets and stuff.
So they're actually they're not just figures, they're actual Transformers.
Yeah. They're engineering the full thing.
Okay, that's cool.
I was there oh, this is cool, and I started looking at the prices, and I was like, this is cool, but not not that cool that I'm willing to spend that amount of money. That's awkward.
See, that's an XCOM section right there. That's exactly what happens in XCOM.
Right.
But then in XCOM, that guy would get to have a turn now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Instead,
how screwed up is that? You just run straight into him, and he just goes, "Oh, this is my lucky day. Here's a shotgun to the face."
preemptive attack, baby.
Yeah.
Hail to the king. Because obviously the villain was Duke Nukem all along.
God.
You looking forward to the film, John? The supposed film?
It won't happen. It's a thing from the 90s.
Right. There is a devil guy around here.
Yeah, there's like a gargoyle, right?
Yeah. So let's kill this and see if we can see the gargoyle.
Bang.
Blanca's dog.
With his, have you noticed the fiery fangs thing as well?
Yeah,
like
the
it's
symbol
very.
for that, it's more snake-like than.
It's just bang. No fire.
Yeah.
When it's fiery bang, I thought you meant.
There
actual
it is.
fire.
Oh, it didn't move. Okay.
Well, it.
Is it a flying unit? Can it go over the walls?
I think so. This is what I. It can't go over the
it can't.
walls,
That's interesting.
but it's.
I don't know. How
Does-
do you feel about like £150 for an Optimus Prime that's like this big, made of Lego, that transforms?
On the fence?
I kind of am too. I'm thinking about getting like a figure or something to put behind me here.
Yeah.
But I figure, I figure
Puns.
it's not. It's an ornament though. It's not meant to be used. But the way I think about it is, it would have to be something large.
And in charge. Do you not have like
Just
a
so-
Gunpla thing?
No, I did. I sold them years ago when I didn't think I was going to need them ever again, and I wasn't enjoying looking at them.
Yeah. So
Then I did have one. I had a Gundam wing, and then wife was cleaning up there, knocked it off the shelf, 6 feet onto the floor, and both the wings died. So yeah, that didn't go so well for Mr. Gunpla over there.
Yeah. With you saying died, that just made me think a little bit of last Thursday and this Sunday at 2 separate events. I could have died from embarrassment. So I'm now the assistant coach of my son's football team. And let's move him there. What happens is in the training games is I've been playing football. Does this... No, I thought it had a vulnerary. Supply.
So you've been playing against children?
So I've been
is what
playing
you're telling
against the kids.
me. Yeah.
And the other day, someone like made an amazing pass to me, and I took it out of the air with my right foot. And because of the way I took it, I was able to like bring it down and nudge it ever so slight with my left foot, so I could run straight onto it. However, what had then happened is the ball, because we're not professional footballers, isn't a perfect pitch. I know, right? Imagine me here in my retail job not being a professional footballer. And
Weird.
The ball rolled into a divot. So when I went expectingly to run onto the ball, what happened is I ran and stood on the ball that had gone into a small hole, and I literally went like a plank straight forward onto my face.
Exactly.
Oof, indeed. To the point where I've now pointed out, and on Sunday I ran and it had rained, and because the ground had a little bit of surface moisture to it, I went in. The lad avoided me killing him, but he also, as he avoided it by sort of brain off, skill over, body over thinking kind of thing, he nutmegged me as I fell to the floor. So I was there grateful. I didn't actually. Yeah.
I'm hearing an awful lot of excuses. for what's going on
I
with
did-
these like situations.
I did get up and laugh about it. My main concern with that is because of the way I slipped. I was more worried I was going to like accidentally kill the guy, because I literally almost like turned into a set of open scissors at him.
When you say guy, are you talking child?
I'm talking a 10-year-old. I could have murdered one of my son's teammates.
Oh,
So, because I'm probably like, what, twice their body weight?
Yeah.
At least.
unless there's a hope they would have.
So when
They
it
wouldn't
was,
have survived.
everyone was like, oh, Joe nutmegged Gareth, Joe nutmegged Gareth. I'm there like, thank God I didn't, like, maim this kid.
Yes, that's gonna wait till later.
That can wait until the embarrassment dies down.
And then I killed the child.
Oh, there's a
where did this
second.
guy come from?
Excuse me, sir? Sir, that was very rude of you.
I mean, he attacked Seth. I mean, he couldn't have attacked somebody better,
Yeah.
really.
I mean, there is a reason Seth is exceptionally broken in this game.
Yeah, no kidding. Does that ever change, by the way, or is
No.
he just like that? Jesus.
What?
So, it's come to the...
Him?
Because they are not bright; they're made of stone.
Seth and
Brains
his
of
horse
stone.
were very upset.
Yeah, the horse was so upset that they were running on the spot.
I eat stone for breakfast.
So I turned
I don't think
stone.
don't think there's many enemies left right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Possibly the one up where the chest goes.
Are we gonna see like a situation later on where La Rochelle is basically like, "Oh, you're here. I've done all the work for you."
There you go, the great joys of Colm. Ah, so there's enemies at the gate, is what you're saying.
They're just like, let us in, let us in.
You ever seen that movie, by the way?
Enemies at the gate? No. Is that the sniper film?
It is the sniper film.
That maybe.
I've seen clips of it. It looks
Maybe?
interesting, but I'm wondering if like it's actually interesting or if it's just a lot of tension as guys like sit around waiting for something else to pop out at them.
If it's I think I've seen it. There's a lot of talk about like, because he's the hero of Russia, isn't he? He's like their secret weapon
Yeah,
is how it the sniper.
it's a movie about sniping. Don't worry.
Stream sniper.
Boring.
There you go. Sounds boring.
But yeah, there's like some intriguing points of conflict of like how he sees himself and how he's like the propaganda is. It almost makes me think of as it happening in the real world when they were showing the footage of aircraft and such at the beginning of the Ukraine-Russia or the Russia-Ukraine conflict, to put it in the right way.
Yeah.
Oh look, a random
Oh.
reinforcement had turned up.
Yeah.
Imagine
Oh, at
my
least-
surprise. It's
least,
almost as if they want us to get all the way to La Rochelle to talk to her with Erica.
At least Gilliam Hatchley has something to do now.
I'm useful.
Really useful.
That voice was much higher than I was expecting for such a massive dude.
Well, that's why I did it. I like to call it comedic effect. I think it might catch on.
Well, either that or he could have just been having some tangfastics.
I love Tanfastics.
Oh yeah.
I reached a point.
head go in.
Just no sleep.
Oh, hello. I just want us
Just
to
no
investigate
sleep.
this little corner here.
Yeah.
Yep, they're all just like, let us in and we'll kill you all.
That doesn't seem like a good deal.
Yeah, no, why would you let them in? Also, guys, there's a literal walkway right there. Right there.
Do
Yeah, I told you
I?
before, they're made of stone. They're not very smart.
Woo.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get,
Are you big dum dum?
because I think Ford
Dum dum
has the
for nine.
javelin.
Nice.
Let's try and get some people here. I wonder if we can get the
The archer
the archer
come
to
close.
just stand there and shoot at Seth and do no damage.
perhaps.
0 damage.
No damage.
So, Gareth,
So John.
daughter and I have been playing some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Video game.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, they opened the door. Wow. Okay.
Did not
Well, I did
they were
that.
that smart. And now you will die.
Yeah, Seth's just gonna be like, ah, you've come into my web.
Art question.
Art question.
So Hoost in chat has, I don't know if he's made you this offer, but he drew me off Shining Force 2 sprite.
Yeah,
he did me off Kazin.
He's going to do me too.
He's going to do
What-
you.
what
How's he going to do you?
mean by-
Yeah. I have brown eyes.
Yep, I've got
You
blue eyes.
do.
Stop it.
Jeez.
Seth missed!
No! How dare you?
I like how I
Stop yelling
purposely
then.
sent
Eat your
Garcia
toast.
around there to try and... We saw what it just did, right? Look where it's put the archer unit.
Yeah. Most effective space use. Well done, game.
Right.
Who's this working on it now? Should be a masterpiece of mediocrity. Thank you.
I like
Very much
many...
appreciated.
I quite enjoyed mine the other day. I looked at it at work, and so I apologise for not being more expedient with a response. Kyle with a casual javelin crit.
Oh.
Right. Do I just ignore these? And doesn't get close enough. Annoying. How come I get the feeling we're gonna die from stupid positioning?
I mean, if Seth can...
Okay.
No, if you put Seth forwards, and then put,
He can kill that one. See, it's the one underneath this demon that I'm more concerned about.
I think if you do that and then kill the archer, you're laughing, really.
It's not the archer that I'm bothered about for damage. It is whatever this guy underneath this gargoyle is.
You're the gargoyle.
Yes, but it's a different art
It's a different
style.
gargoyle.
It's a very different gargoyle.
Well, hang on, you were going to kill it, or is that the
That
archer?
was the skeleton, yeah.
Ah.
Rapier. Because now the issue I've got... I mean, I can...
Well, just don't attack it. Because the other skeleton can't... If you attack the archer and kill it...
Then it can
Yeah, you
just
can
walk
only
straight
only
up.
get hit once.
Yeah, fair point. Unless
do
it
that.
sends the other skeleton first.
I mean, how much does Colm get hit for? You can always plug the hole with him.
14 potentially, but it's
Right. So
57.
just put him there. Kill the archer with Erica, and then put Colm there. Colm can only get hit once, so unless he gets critted by the gargoyle, he's going to be fine. He can't get hit by the skeleton guy, can he?
Everyone get ready to say bye to Colm.
Colm will be fine. Oh my god. Right, just wait.
Guys, be like...
Right.
Thanks, you.
Wait for it.
Your lack of faith
I'm more
is
curious as to why the
disturbing.
skeleton before just ran up here.
Oh yeah.
Instead of fighting Gillum, it was like, see you later, I'm going straight up here.
I'm guessing. Oh, okay then. There was a reason he ran away.
He's...
I'm guessing his brains hadn't actually
Completely,
evaporated
yeah.
from his head yet.
Yeah. He was like, I can't fight this large armored man.
Oh look, Colm is fine. Weird.
So
It's almost
is
as if I
Form.
used my brains for tactics.
See, I'm used to the
Hooray!
game just trying to, like, straight line through. Yay! Colm! Colm then picked its nose in vengeance, but, you know.
It did nothing.
Yep.
The gargoyles, they do nothing. See, I've been playing a game as well. I know this may shock some people, because usually what happens is John goes, so Gareth, what games have you played this week? And I'm like, I've been so tired. like the last 2 weeks for stuff has not been great. Because I was meant to like meet up with John and Austin to play some Street Fighter Online, and a life event turned up, and then a related life event reappeared later. Let's see, that's pretty decent.
Time for you to go to bed.
He missed.
Hey, good night.
Nighty-nighty.
Night-night.
Pajama.
Pajama, because I'm a banana.
Just stop clapping. The clapping noise is bad for the microphone, by the way. You didn't know that, did you?
Let's go.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, this'll work.
So that was something I actually wanted to bring up with you, actually. Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
The information about Street Fighter 6 coming out, it looks good. I know it's not coming out until, what is it, like February next year? But I think I might actually get that one. I think I might play it.
I might try and enjoy myself with a video game, nonetheless. I would also probably invest in Street Fighter 6. Hoost is just quickly asking you to go back to talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
How is Ninja Turtles for you? Our experience has been that small children struggle to track their character in the mess of foot soldiers. So, all three of us have been playing it. Daughter and I have no problem playing the game. We're making great progress. My wife is struggling to track her character. But then again, my wife also struggles to keep away from her phone while she's playing. So that's kind of an issue as well.
The joys of prioritization, eh?
Yeah.
There is apparently an enemy left somewhere.
But yeah, I've enjoyed Turtles. It's been, in terms of difficulty, it isn't difficult at all. It's very easy. I wonder if there's a difficulty slider that we can use to make things more challenging, because otherwise, like we're gonna blast through it way too quickly.
Yeah. Are you wanting to do a bit of voice acting? Would you like to be?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Hang on. I usually take over the role of Erica, don't I, when your sweet, gentle
goes
voice
away.
chat.
Yeah.
Hang on. You! La Rochelle!
Hello. So it's true. Blessings do come in threes.
La Rochelle, this place is dangerous! You should find a safe haven elsewhere!
Oh, you needn't worry about us. As you well know, my divine mission is to purge the land of these obscenities.
I so wanted to just swear really loud then.
I will show you the splendor that is La Rochelle in action. Bear witness! Witness me!
Witness the fitness. If you insist, at least let us join forces for the time being. Right.
But yeah, it's... Oh, okay, never mind.
We'll get this out of the way and then...
Yeah.
Would you like me
to... What is it, Lady La Rochelle? We're going to join these good people and eradicate these unclean monstrosities. Sounds fun. What would you have me do? Oh, just carrying on in your normal manner. Destroy, destroy, destroy. But do be sure to enjoy yourself. I'm ever your obedient servant.
So, yeah. Dozler sounds like a complicated man.
Oh, yes.
So, you want me to smash the thing with the thing?
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Hulk smash.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Where's this other monster at then?
Maybe it was one of those, like, reinforcement doodads.
There we go.
Ah, there it is. But yeah, Turtles. Turtles has been good fun. Daughter's enjoyed it a lot. I just think it's very easy. But, I mean, it's a beat 'em up, so it's kind of designed that way, I guess.
I mean, there
are, like, some mechanics that... so we didn't go through the whole tutorial. There's, like, a whole tutorial tutorial before you start the game, and we didn't go through all of the abilities and everything, but I haven't needed to, so it's been... Arcade is where the challenge lies. I think we're playing arcade. Or, no, we're playing story, aren't we? Never mind. Yeah, you're right.